You are cordially invited to celebrate the birth of P. Diddy.
I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all that meetings.
9:17 a.m. Manhattan, federal court. Diddy suddenly stood up in the middle of the courtroom, pointed directly at the camera, and shouted loudly, "Will Smith is the one controlling everything. He forced me to throw parties' film tapes and threatened to destroy me if I didn't obey." The trial was immediately paused. The jury was completely stunned. The prosecutor urgently called for verification. 2 hours later, a recording that matched the testimony was found on a sealed hard drive. And by 12:43 p.m., Will Smith was arrested at his private residence in Los Angeles under an emergency warrant. No longer a star, no longer an icon. Will Smith is now officially the center of an investigation involving coercion threats and a powerful tape scandal. Emergency arrest warrant in Los Angeles. A convoy of unmarked SUVs came to a sudden stop in front of the luxurious villa on Calabasas Hills, Will Smith's residence. 2 federal agents stepped out saying nothing and walked straight to the main gate with a search and arrest warrant signed just 40 minutes earlier in New York. The family's private driver froze. An assistant shouted, "What's going on?" but received no answer. Will Smith was handcuffed and led out through a side door. He offered no resistance, but his face remained expressionless and tense. No screaming, no struggle. Yet everyone inside the villa understood this would not end in a single day. The entire arrest was recorded by 2 chest-mounted body cameras on the agents. A source within the Department of Justice confirmed, "We want everything to be transparent. This is not a case of a star misspeaking. This is the first step in a structured investigation." The information leaked almost immediately. Less than an hour later, news outlets flashed headlines, "Will Smith arrested after Diddy's testimony." Twitter exploded. Public reactions split into 3 clear waves: shock, outrage, and disbelief. One user wrote, "This can't be real. Will Smith." Another fired back. Jada Pinkett Smith, Will's wife, was swarmed by reporters just 20 minutes after the news broke. Asked whether she knew anything about the allegations, she only shook her head and said one sentence, "I'm learning how to breathe." Meanwhile, their son, Jaden Smith, posted an enigmatic tweet, "Everything will eventually come to light. The sun can't stay hidden forever." That post was deleted after 12 minutes, but it had already gone viral and become a trending topic. At the federal detention center in Los Angeles, Will Smith was separated from the general population for security and to avoid media contact. According to an insider source, he requested to see his lawyer immediately and has remained completely silent since being arrested. Agents reported he didn't ask about his wife, didn't ask about his kid. The only question was, what the hell did Diddy say? But by now, what Diddy said was no longer rumor. It was in the court transcripts, in the arrest warrant, and in public hands. Will Smith, who once cried at the Oscars, once offered a televised apology, once was praised for his integrity after a slap, now faced an accusation that could not be erased by a speech. Sources within the Department of Justice also revealed that the decision to issue the arrest warrant for Will Smith was not made hastily or impulsively. Instead, it was the result of an internal investigation lasting more than 6 months, quietly tracking every transaction, every contact, and every party held among Hollywood's elite. We had the list beforehand, an anonymous investigator confirmed. Diddy was just the final link that set the machine in motion. At 1:15 p.m., just half an hour after Will Smith's arrest, dozens of reporters had gathered outside the FBI headquarters in Westwood, Los Angeles. Microphones were thrust forward continuously, each question cutting into the air like a blade. What exactly is Will Smith accused of? Is there evidence or just testimony? Will others be arrested next? Under that pressure, the FBI spokesperson issued a brief statement. "We are taking the necessary steps to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the serious, systematic, and organized allegations." At the same time, major TV networks interrupted their programming for live coverage. CNN devoted an entire hour to analyzing unusual moments in Will Smith's public journey over the past 5 years, from the Oscar slap to his quiet appearances at events. Fox News aired an audio segment from an anonymous source in which a man, allegedly a former assistant to Diddy, recounted seeing Will Smith attend a private party at a Miami mansion where hidden cameras had already been installed. A wave of boycotts rose instantly. Netflix temporarily removed 3 films starring Will Smith. Several advertising partners canceled contracts within less than 24 hours. The public began reposting his speeches about ethics, family, and success, but this time mockingly. America's role model dad, one tweet with over 120,000 shares questioned. Or just a director behind the scenes of so many destroyed lives. Most striking was the reaction within the entertainment industry. An A-list actor who had collaborated with Will in a blockbuster action film posted a story saying, "I knew, but I didn't have the courage to speak up." Meanwhile, a famous female singer even revealed she once received a suspicious offer from Will Smith's assistant after a 2022 awards event. "I declined, but looking back, maybe I was lucky." The atmosphere in Hollywood became suffocating, as if a dark cloud had descended over the entire industry. A veteran director told the New York Times, "We have been too blinded by glamour and allure. Perhaps we should learn to look more closely." Meanwhile, Warner Brothers, which was preparing to begin production on the next installment of a major project with Will Smith, has postponed all pre-production activities indefinitely. While the world outside descended into chaos inside the detention center, Will Smith remained completely silent. A federal attorney who had defended multiple stars embroiled in similar scandals commented, "Silence is the only reasonable strategy right now. Any statement could be used as evidence." But this silence is also chilling because it shows he knows what he's up against.